this is such an important place, and I've got something so important to tell you, to show you. It's a huge privilege to be here tonight, to be in Goldston School with this staggeringly beautiful crowd of people. And I mean you, sir. I'm carrying around, rather like St. Peter carrying a picture of St. Paul's. This is the new bit of the Opera House, which we built on. This at the back, that at the front is the part that you're familiar with. That lovely domed horseshoe, that little tiny copy, kind of La Scala Milan, in which we all sit and dream and listen to the most magical music. Backstage, however, it was not always as good as gold. Now, Bamba Gascoigne are huge and legendary, and strangely enough, never dying person who gave us the land, blessed us and allowed us to build this great opera house, and follows us around and looks at whatever we do. Loved people. I met him, first of all, backstage at the Orange Tree Theatre in Richmond, because he just loved performances, and he loved performers, and he loved people who did things. And backstage, he always felt was a little bit crimpy. Now, Bamba's gone, and in his memory, onto the back of this fabulous little opera house, you can open your programs. Don't do it now. I want you to look at me now. But look at the back, just the inside page, you'll find a little feather-like drawing. And at the back, you'll see what we've built on, which is a third floor, which is going to be reached by stairs. They're all stairs. But in all the old theatres and all the grandest opera houses, you go by stairs. The third floor will have lots of dressing rooms. And the fourth floor, which you can see right at the very top, which is going to be a much lighter build, is going to be like a huge, it's called a tree studio, and it's going to be right up in the loft. It can be either divided up into kind of dressing rooms, so that if we've got children or dancers, or donkeys, or we don't know what, anything that can climb stairs and is younger than us can get up there. That's where they will be. Or, without partitions, it can be kept open for grand dinners, like this, or for concerts. So it's literally going to be magic, and you're going to be up there amongst the trees. And it is fabulous. So what I want you to do is, when you come round, really the front of the house, you can see it, you all know what we're talking about, because most of you have been there, I think. Remember to go around the sides and just look. If you can, walk right around the back where you might see a violinist eating a sandwich. Go past it. You might say, well done, old love, or something like that. But really get round, have a look at the back of these fantastic buildings. This is beautiful. I'd like to pretend that this had just happened without me, but the truth is, when I used to tried to go backstage to greet my husband, Stephen Barlow, who'd been conducting, I found it very difficult because we could not both fit into the cupboard in which he was placed. And I said, this can't go on, must we? It's ruining our marriage. I've got these big dresses and I can't get in to see him kiss me. What's happened? And so we started off, and so that's what we're doing. So this is it. So when you go this year to whatever you're going to see, remember to go around the back and just know that everything is getting better, not only front of house and out in the garden where Bamba's statue is going to be, but backstage for the performers and musicians, most important people of all. Now, I want you to become like me and wear crowns. No, I didn't mean that. I want you, if you can, to join me in becoming immortal. Some of you know what this means. It's the most fabulous promise you will ever make in your life, because you almost won't be there to see it. This is what happens. You promise to leave in your will £50,000 to Grange Park Opera. Now you'll be dead, so who cares? Here's the gorgeous bit. Here's the gorgeous bit. If you've sadly reached the stage where there isn't even 50 grand left, and honestly, darlings, the way things are going, you might be very forward. If it's not there, they're not going to chase you. They're going to go, there you are, old sweetheart. There you are. But won't you do that? Won't you promise me? We've got 50 immortals. Are we allowed more than that, must we?
We need many more.
Oh, okay. Well, we've got 50 now. What happens is that every year we have a kind of private dinner. And I think the next one's in April. And we just adore it. And we all clap ourselves in the back and say, hurry up, death, because we need it. I don't mean to sound horrible about this, but listen, here's another very good bit of news, and then I'm going to stop and go quiet. If you can't be immortal, and I know some of you can't, and you've promised it, you'd ought to snatch the bread from your children's mouths. Will you become a beloved? Beloveds are 10 long ones, that's all. 10. Most of us can find 10 long ones. 10 grand will make you beloved. 50 will make you immortal. I love you all to bits, thank you.